We spoke earlier this morning with Arundel County Police Chief Timothy Altomare about the suspect in this case. What's the very latest in the investigation?
We're frustrated, I think. We know what happened. We're still working on a lot of the whys. This morning we're at a point where physically we've done everything we need to do in the crime scene. We have done some search warrants at the suspect's residence.
What did you find?
We still have a lot of questions. We didn't find any real motivator. We did find some physical evidence that showed origin of the plan, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I don't want to go into a whole bunch of detail, but we certainly found that there was a continuation of thought bringing him here yesterday.
The threats. The suspect has a bail hearing this morning. Is he cooperating with investigators?
We are not getting too far on cooperation.
I mean, you held him in jail all night. He's not talking?
Not saying much.
He's not saying much. You know, we spoke to a number of people. I even spoke with former executive editor Tom Marquette, and I asked him, he's been threatening people at this newspaper since 2011. And I said to Tom, sounds like this guy was a ticking time bomb. And he replied to me, that's an understatement. Social media, he's been threatening this paper for years. Should the police have done more?
I don't think that you can say the police should have done more. We had one incident that's documented with us. It was fully documented. It was investigated. The management of the paper at the time, who I believe was Mr. Marquardt, and my investigators in 2013 came to a shared conclusion that carrying action further might exacerbate the situation. You asked a question about was he on the radar. So certainly that encounter put him on radar.
Got it.
But you also asked about social media, and I have to tell you that policing in America really has taken a step backward when we lost Geophedia, which was the collator of information that we had to search social media sites. So it's tough for us to keep up with everybody.
What do we know about the shotgun he had?
It is a shotgun, not a rifle, and it is a pump-action shotgun.
So he had to pump it every time to fire a shot. It wasn't a semi-automatic.
Correct.
When did he buy that gun?
He's had it for about a year.
About a year, so he recently purchased this.
Yeah, within the past 18 months for sure.
I know your team was able to get on the scene within 60 seconds. Very quick response that probably saved lives.
And I have to say that it wasn't just Arundel County policemen. The Annapolis City Police were here within 60 seconds with my officers from the county and a sheriff's deputy from the Arundel County Sheriff's Office. All made entry together inside of 2 minutes to advance on the bad guy and neutralize the threat.
All right, Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gayle, one final thought here. I did ask the chief if you've had a felony conviction in the state of Maryland, can you buy a gun? He said no. We checked the records. Actually, the suspect did plead guilty to a misdemeanor harassment charge, but as far as we can tell this morning, does not have a felony conviction. So he may have been able to purchase that shotgun legally. Gayle.
Yes, it'll be interesting to hear more about this particular person and how this all came about. Thank you very much, Norah.